This is just a quick video to review some things about our cello bow holds. Now, you've already done them on a pencil, and now you're going to do it on the real thing. The biggest thing I want you to remember, I want you to start vertically. The reason is there's no weight coming from the bow when you start vertically. It's nice and comfortable. So you can get that thumb placed in the right spot. Remember, it's right where the frog and the stick come together. Make sure that thumb is bent outward. Think about using the inside corner of your finger. You can see where I have my little dent, and you're gonna place it right on that bump on the frog. Then your fingers are tall and relaxed. 3 of them are on the frog, your pinky, your ring finger, and your middle finger. And your first finger wraps forward on the grip. Start vertically. Get comfortable with this. Okay, you want this to feel as natural and comfortable as possible. Notice that I still have a big opening in my hand, a big space in my hand. My fingers are tall, my wrist is straight and relaxed. Okay, I'm not crunching everything down like that. Big, tall, open hand. When you're ready to go horizontal, take your left hand, put it on the bow, hold the stick, not the hair, hold the stick, and hold on to it when you go vertically. The reason being, if you just drop, look what just happened to my hand. This is not the bow hold you want. And you're gonna have to do a lot of your own self-assessing and your own remembering, because I'm not gonna see you as frequently as normal. So hold on with your left hand so you can practice this motion, okay? And get comfortable holding your bow here. Cellos, your pinky, your index finger, and your thumb do the most work to hold your bow. Okay, so again, vertical, hold on with your left hand, then go horizontal. This video is for cellos, and we're going to be talking about using your toilet paper tube to get better at your bowing motion. Now, remember, you all got one of these at your crash course. If you lose it or it gets crushed or you want a new one, just use the next toilet paper tube or paper towel tube that your family finishes. Okay, so you have your vertical bow hold. Again, some reminders. 3 of my fingers are tall, relaxed, and on the frog of the bow. Okay, my middle finger is actually touching that silver part. The fancy word's called the ferrule, but it's just the silver part. And my first finger is curved and on the grips. Again, notice my fingers are tall, okay? My thumb is bent outwards. It's on that bump on the frog right near the stick, but it's on the frog part. Okay, it's bent outwards and touching the stick, and everything's nice and straight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the toilet paper tube with my left hand, and I'm gonna put it over the bow. Now I can turn my bow horizontal because I'm holding up the bow with my left hand. Remember, you don't wanna just hold the bow with your right hand and have your bow hold fall like this. This is not at all what we want. This is like, what happened? You haven't learned anything. Who taught you how to hold a bow? We don't want this. You want that tall hand. So you're gonna put the toilet paper tube through the bow. Now, I don't want you to hold your toilet paper tube up here because this isn't where we bow. We actually bow down by our belly buttons. Notice when I'm doing this, and I'm gonna let go because I know how to hold my bow, I have almost like a ski slope on my arm. Okay, my shoulder is the highest point, then my elbow, and then my wrist. My wrist actually, I know the light's a little bit bright, but you might be able to see that my wrist is actually higher than my fingers. Notice there's a slight bend in my hand. Okay, I'm not dropping my wrist down like this. My wrist is staying tall. So then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna take this nice ski slope of an arm. I'm gonna hold the toilet paper tube about the level of my belly button, and I'm going to open up my arm from my elbow, my shoulder, and my wrist. I'm gonna pull it. Then I'm gonna push it. Notice that my left hand, the toilet paper tube, it didn't move at all. Just my right arm moves. Pull, push, pull, push. I'm making a perfectly straight line. Pull, push. The fancy words we use in orchestra, we're going to call this a down bow, up bow, down, up. Notice I'm not just opening from my shoulder. I'm not just going down, up. That's like lawnmower bowing. It looks like you're trying to start a lawnmower, you know, like you don't want to start a lawnmower. Okay, the nice thing about this is you're not touching the hair, so your bow is staying safe. Okay, again, your left hand stays on the toilet paper tube nice and still, and your right arm pulls and pushes. I'll do a couple more. Down, up, down, up. I'll do it from this angle so you can see how tall and open my bow hold is. Down, up, down, up. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. You can do this as much as you want. Just keep practicing that good motion. Make sure your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist are all flexible and loose and relaxed, and your fingers stay tall and your thumb stays bent outward the whole time. All right, cellos, so now we're gonna put the bow on the string and make some noise. Remember, start with the vertical bow hold. Always, always, always. It's just so much better for your bow hold. Tall fingers, tall pinky, tall ring finger, tall middle finger. First finger slightly curved and on the frog. No hand is doing this. None of the crunching bows like this. None of the falling backwards bows like this. No pinkies flattened on top. None of that. Okay, my horizontal bow hold looks like this. It's tall. Okay, remember horizontal, I encourage you to hold with your left hand. Your thumb bent outwards, no thumbs bending in. So what's gonna happen, you're gonna hold on, you're gonna place your bow on that bowing highway. That is the space between your bridge and your fingerboard. So you're placing that bow on that highway. Place near the frog. Lean in with your first finger and you're gonna pull a straight, fast, stopped bow. Good, pick up your bow. Reset it by the frog, lean in on that first finger. So we're not leaning away, we're leaning in onto our first finger, and then we're gonna pull again. Okay, let's do it one more time. Reset that bow, lean in on your first finger, give it a good little bit of a press, no squeezing, just a press, and pull. Okay, so I'm gonna encourage you to pause the video here, do that a couple more times. You wanna get that full sound, that ringing sound. You don't want this. You don't want that sound. You don't want your bow to go flying off. We don't want that. You control the bow. You open from your elbow, your wrist, and your shoulder, and the bow stops before you get to the end. See how I stopped it? Okay, I'll do it one more time. Okay, so pause the video, do that a few more times, then come back. Okay, once you're back, we're gonna go down, up, which is pull, push. So I'm going to set my bow on the string and I'm going to go down, up. Notice that my bow is controlled and stopped each time. I'll do it again. I'm leaning in and I go ready and down, up. I'm making a straight line. Notice that I'm not pulling this way. Okay, you can see that angle. We don't want that angle. You want your bow to be straight across the highway. Think about driving. I know you're not old enough to drive, but when you drive, you don't want to drive, you know, woo, all over the highway. You want to drive a straight line across your bow. Or sorry, across the string. Straight line across your highway. I'm going to do it again. Ready, and my bow makes a fast, stopped sound. There is a start to the noise and an end to the noise. I'm not going all over the place. There's a start and a stop. Again, I lean in. I open my arm from all three parts of my arm. I'll do it one more time. Here I go. Every time I finish, I'm checking that my thumb is bent outward. My first finger's on the grip. Notice that my other three fingers are still tall and on the frog. Notice that my wrist is high and everything slopes down from there. I'm going to do it two more times. Ready, and one more time, go. Okay, this is what I want you to work on. This is how we start to bow, is by practicing this fast, stopped, controlled, straight bow motion.